What I want to do is just kind of, you're here at an RC event, right? I mean, you've been doing this a long. You're good, right? So have you been? Well, a lot of times all that stuff kind of carries over, right?
Yeah, it's like riding a bike.
That natural ability of racing a car, driving an RC car, similar stuff.
Yeah, it's like riding a bike. I hadn't driven in 25 years, and last time I really raced was when I was a teenager, and then with big cars starting out when I was 16, 17 years old,
right.
I kind of put the RC cars on the shelf at that point.
Tell me about the original RC stuff that you were doing. It was you and your brother were doing it too, or?
My brother's 6 years younger, so
okay.
we didn't do much together. Maybe a few races here or there. When I was 16 and he's 8,
oh yeah,
I would take him to the track,
okay.
but I would be wrenching on his stuff more than mine. But for me, it started as just a bunch of kids on the same street, and when the RC10 came out, it was like everyone had to have one, right?
Right.
And my dad, he was a tool salesman. He was trying to cut some costs, and we ran Makita batteries, like you'd put in a Makita drill.
Yeah.
We came up with an adapter to put on there, and it ran through the speed control just fine.
Yeah, they're just that little kind of stick pack, right?
Yeah. And so I had Makita batteries when I first started out running.
And the Makita charger and everything?
Yeah, I had 4 chargers and 4 batteries because the thing, it would only go maybe 4 minutes.
So, and that was here in Las Vegas?
Yeah, just running on the street.
Okay.
And then over time, there was Western RC, the Silver Bowl. We had RC Fever, an indoor place. And then, kind of after that, I was into bigger cars. I was out at racing.
And when did you get into bigger cars?
At 16.
At 16,
yeah.
Okay. So you did get a little bit of racing in, RC racing.
For sure, and what I think my dad was doing was teaching me, work on the cars, learn how to set toe, camber, caster, and anti-dive. I started getting into it pretty heavy.
Right.
And then I was able to...
mechanical stuff of it.
Yeah, so it was cool to learn and to work on it, and that all that translates to big cars.
It does. It's all the same things, all the play. It's just a different scale.
Yep. And
right?
so it's a matter of just finding that right combination that works. Whether it's a slick track or a hard pack. It was fun to travel around with some friends when I was a teenager. Jump in their Astro van and we go to the ranch pit shop. I went to SoCal.
Pit shop, yeah.
When I made it to SoCal, I thought I made it to the Daytona 500.
Yeah.
That place was cool.
Oh, it was, yeah. So I grew up in Southern California, so I used to go to the ranch pit shop and M&M Hobbies out in Riverside and stuff like that. I worked for a Hobby Shack for a long time. Been with Hitec for 30 years now, so I've been so lucky. In fact, the logo that we have now is the one we had 25 years ago.
Nice. Okay.
And we're like, okay, hey, let's bring back this stuff. So I want to kind of get your take on this. How did you know about this vintage stuff? How did you get, where was it just like, hey, I saw it, I'm interested. Did somebody drag you back in?
Oh yeah. No, my buddy's here, Richard Saxton. I looked up to him big time.
Okay.
And he gave me a call, and then Jason Ashton, Vegas kid, he's a national champion. He's the one that really said, hey, I'm gonna send you some built new cars. Just get your butt to the track, get some laps in, get some reps in. And so I've been practicing a little bit since some April-ish.
Okay.
Prepping for this race. And the track that's close to me in Phoenix, sorry about that, Spencer Rivkin, that's his home track.
Oh, yeah.
So the Hobby Action
Spencer's
guys.
killing it here today.
Yeah, he's slaying it. So he's been helping out a little bit here and there too.
Well, and that's nice too, because when you have, it's nice to get something and you put it on the track and it works.
Yeah.
Instead of really trying, oh, I don't know what to do,
Oh, that's it. The Hobby Action guys, they took me under their wing. Anytime I'd show back up on a Wednesday night to club race and all that, they'd have another bill for me on tires or mechanic time wrenching on the car.
Okay.
They really dialed me in though, and it made it easy for me to just go out there and make laps. That's been the best thing, is just make laps and prep for 2-wheel buggy, 4-wheel buggy, and truck.
And what cars are you running?
So my buddy Jason Ashton, he's big with Kyosho.
Okay.
So the Ultima and the Optima are my buggies. And then the RC10T, that's really my bread and butter. But it's actually been my worst division here at this big vintage event. It's kind of funny how it's easier to go faster when you're going slower. And I have the confidence.
That's true, right?
I have the confidence with the truck, but man, I've been all over the place.
But we're out here having fun, and to see somebody like Kurt Busch come out and all these older racers, Richard Saxton, you know, Mark Pavidis, you know, I mean, it's just it's so cool. I thank you so much for stopping by and just kind of giving us your take. One last question is, you know, what do you see, you know, as this is a kind of a new revolution. It's kind of bringing things back around. And so, what's your take on this, on the vintage part of it? What do you think? Where's the hobby going to go? You think could go with this?
I think it's a global trend right now. What is old is now new. It's a trend of what did the past feel like and bring it to the current day. And so to see all the old cars, but yet with new electronics. I mean, these motors, batteries, everything seems bulletproof these days. And it's just a cool trend to see the old school vehicles out here and this vintage atmosphere. This is going to catch. This is going to be big. I'm sure that there'll be other manufacturers looking to do the same thing in the future. But
we'd like to see that too. You know, I know Associated opened it up to everybody. They said, hey, you know, come on out. In fact, we brought, you know, Tamiya gave us one of their frogs so that we could show it off. Yep. Right? You know, so and actually this is an ours in the GT. Hitec built that for Associated like 15 years ago.
No way. Yeah. That's awesome.
And so we're trying to bring back the old stuff. You know, we got the old box radio.
Yeah,
and
see the
like
old Futaba.
Yeah, and so what we're hoping to do is like to have people even like, you know, you see them wearing their old shirts, you know, and stuff like that. So we're hoping to do more of this.
And like you said, the names that are here is so impressive. Like, these are all the names we'd read in RC Car Action magazine.
Exactly. It's like 26 different world champions or something like that they were saying.
No, I'm stoked to finally like read up on all this afterwards, and I made 2 A mains. It's just gonna be cool to. That's me right there, man. I made an A main.
Hey, that's good. That is awesome. So, Kurt, thank you so much for stopping by. I really appreciate it, and I hope to see you in the future.
Best wishes.
All right.
Thank you.
Thanks.